Alright, hey, Lord here, Wesley. So, in this video here, real quick, I just want to talk real fast. So, I was going to do this on a tablet with, like, having one of the race videos record, in the background, just, like, talking about stuff to kind of explain, what I'm doing with all the rosters here. So, I'm pretty sure also probably school getting back into is people ain't watch the videos much. But, of course, too, usually announcements don't get watched a lot either, which, I did announce kind of what I'm doing, pretty soon. However, I am going to actually, before I do the new season, go back and fix up the points one more time. And yeah, I'm going to also make sure I get all the races right too, because yesterday I did reveals, or probably yesterday, or probably the other day, I went back and I actually got all the rosters from all the past seasons. I might need to fix some things in the rosters here because I feel like I'm missing some drivers from the last season here still for the Cup Series mostly. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see here because there are going to probably be some championship changes here because I know what the big Gen 4 won for this Gen 4 season. I actually have no clue who won the championship because it's going to be all wide open there. Because, of course, I'm not going to include a lot of the drivers that I brought in that really never showed up. I did include a couple of drivers that did mainly run around a lot throughout a lot of the CRL and a lot of drivers that were probably a little bit controversial throughout some seasons here. But anyway, the main part of the video is I'm actually going to be talking about the last seasons here, as I will do all the points for these seasons, and they'll all be okay, and we'll probably have some of the same and different outcomes for championships. However, going into the final season, Season 7, so as most people know from my old channel days, I never actually completed a season. I ended it after Milwaukee. I also did not count Orlando for this season due to the fact that a certain controversial driver won it, and they won it in such a controversial way, I couldn't give it to another driver to win the race because, honestly, nobody came second to them in that race. So it was really hard to really count that race there, so I decided not to count it last time I did all this stuff here. But anyway, going in through the season here, so I ended off at the Milwaukee Mile, so kind of this morning going through, so I was expecting who I think is going to win the championships here. When I get to this season, I'm going to debate this with this series and the Gen 4 season, well, season 4 now, not season 5 anymore. I'm going to kind of debate with both these series here. Do I actually want to go back and finish these seasons? Because I think it'd be like just like Forsyth. Well, I know with the Cup Series, it was supposed to be Forsyth after Milwaukee. I was going to run that race as the final race as like a one last go for the Beam Martin era, then never did it. Then I think it goes into like what was Strong Rock Raceway, which would be Kansas Raceway. There was one more road course, which was actually Dakota Raceway, which I'm not going to use anymore because that track was a little too big for my room. It's a little too big for my room now because I don't have enough room for it. I could do a Thunder Raceway as a replacement of the new Thunder Raceway. Campbellville was up there as one final races, I believe. Then probably Dixieland. So yeah, it's about 5 tracks there. So I think those were the final 5 races I had set for this season. So I could go back to these races, although the championship probably is already a lock for Caleb Campbell. I mean, I could still go do the races, have fun with it at the end of the season. And I guess kind of what I thought would happen at the end of that season could play out here on the season as well. And then go through the Gen 4 series. This one, I would have no idea who would win the championship here. Probably because I'm going to add him back into the list here. We'll see how he changes up everything. Nicholas Rice, who used to race here, I'll be added back to the list. I actually do have him in the rosters, but yeah, it'll be something interesting I could do with the channel here, or probably just not worry about it. But yeah, maybe it'd be something interesting to do though to end off these seasons here, and kind of I guess build up a little bit hype for the 8th season because a lot of these drivers will be back. So of course, I think some of them. Let me actually go back to the roster. I can say who's going to be there and who's going to be back for the last season real quick. For going in season 8 for what I have planned. So going over the overall season 7, yeah, I have actually all these drivers up here except for probably Zachary DeLello coming back. Nicholas Rice may or may not be in Cup. DeLello not active on the channel, so yeah, he probably want to be back. Then the Cup Series, I think I have Bob Smith on the roster. Jesquito's on the full-time roster. Him and Brent Crease split his car. So funny enough, too, when I do the points for this series, I will still count Brendan Wilmington because I want to have the classic fight from him and Grant Hoover in Atlanta still. That's part of the races here. You also got, some of his drivers, too, like Junior Ramos who ran. James Edwards was supposed to run. I may not count Edwards, but yeah, like Ramos, he'll be counted because he'll go over to the 19 from the 62 after race number 6 on the season. And, I think Hope Wilmington will include as well for the first 2 races she ran. Yeah, of course, my nose wants to start making me sneeze while I'm talking. But, so anyway, not to really do here with this video. I just want to make a quick video talking about all this here real quick. So, yeah, the new Season 8 for the CRL, which will kind of be a reintroduction of the old BMR and Era series here with the lower tier series and the top tier series. So the lower tier series, like I've been saying a lot, we'll have a sign up eventually. I am going out of town here in a couple days, and my plan is to really start working on the points here after this video's up for season 1. And I'll go show season 1 roster in a bit. I did kind of share these rosters on my other socials, but I can't show it here on YouTube on the post because there are 7 photos. And you can only share 5 photos on the community post. I didn't want to do 2 different posts for all the seasons here. We'll only have 2 on the end. But, yeah, season 1 I'll do with all these drivers here. And I'm just really interested to see how the turnouts will be in the points here for everything, how everything will turn out, because I'm not going to count, like, most of the injuries that happened back then. Like, I know Jake's injury from this season when he had a bad wreck at North Wilkesboro. And, of course, I mean, some drivers won't be counted, so some things will probably end up looking different from how it used to. And we'll see how the changes will end up here. I do have a bad feeling, though, that I'm going to end up winning the first 2 titles based on the 48 being very dominant in those first 2 seasons. And, yeah, Grant Hoover wasn't strong enough season 1 still. But, yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I do have Andre Crockett counted in the 42 as well, so that could offset it a little bit. So 42 was second most of the season, but Shane Winslow chose to screw himself over a little bit near the end of that season, so hopefully Andre Crockett doesn't get screwed over too bad. But I think she'll end up winning the Gen 4 title still, and I think she will definitely she could possibly end up winning one of the Cup Series titles too, I think. It'll be interesting to see. And that'll do it here for this video. Thank you for watching. If you did, watch all the way here to talk about stuff real quick. And yeah, I'll do more of an official season 8 announcement for everything. With kind of like what the rosters look like right now for drivers I already have set in. Give out like a sign up date. Although I'm not really going to do sign ups like how they usually are on YouTube. Then also I will go and get the schedules because I'll start making them after I'll probably make them during my vacation. That's why I'm waiting to make them during my little 3 days off. But yeah, that'll do it here for this video. And it's probably going to be a little bit later when the season starts. Of course, if I do go back and finish off the season 7, that will take a little bit of time. But you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like generating up like just people, I guess, kind of watching the end of what season 7 would have looked like here, and then going into season 8 here. And hey, you know, maybe it can start off in 2024 because, I mean, these seasons kind of ran for a whole year for the last 3 seasons, really. Yeah, season 7 was going to run for basically the full calendar year originally. The season 6, yeah, that was all of 2020. And yeah, season 5 was actually all 2019. Then I think season 4 ended in 2019. So I ran these 2 seasons as like 2 seasons a year back in 17 and 18. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. I'm done rambling on here. And this is Captain Harris signing out. And I'll see y'all next time.